another episode with me, Arshi, and welcome to this another live session. It's not another live session, another recorded session. So I think abhi CMAT ka result aaya hai and मैं daily live आ रही हूँ. They were like thousands of students asking different questions. इस साल मैंने देखा बहुत सारे students के 90+ percentile हैं, especially जिन्होंने slot 2 के exams दिए हैं. And list में colleges की अगर हम बात करें तो it's hardly 8-9 colleges हैं जो top colleges की list में आते हैं through CMAT. And उसमें से एक college है जिसके जो आपकी list में भी हो सकता है, that is KJ Somaiya. बहुत सारे questions होंगे, safe percentile, interview questions, preparations, college कैसा है. So I think I'm not the right person to answer all those questions. So I have somebody with me. His name is Pranjal. Pranjal, over to you. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Thanks a lot, Arshi. And first of all, thank you for having me here. It's a privilege. And as you know, my name is Pranjal Tandon. I did my undergrad in Symbiosis, that is in Noida, SCMS. I did it in BBA. My major was marketing. It was back between 2015 and 2018. And my minor there, since we had an option of dual specialization, was finance. Post that, I had 2 years of work experience, and that was with Google. And it was a vendor partnership through we joined through FIS, right? And we were essentially working in the digital marketing and client support department for Google. Post that, I had worked with Airbnb for 6 months as a claim specialist, and after that, I wanted to go back to my roots, go back to studying, and इसलिए I CAT दिया. And along with other examinations, I gave CMAT as well. I gave NMAT to give my best to have the best chance of converting. And I wanted to go into KJ, being very honest, because KJ has a great reputation when it comes to the kind of alumni they have, the kind of industry connect they have. And a few of my peers have been in KJ previously, and a few of my relatives as well, my cousins, they live in Mumbai. So वो first hand बता पा रहे थे कि KJ की reputation कैसी है, KJ की pedagogy कैसी है. So it was one of the premier institutions that I was aiming, and thankfully I got there.
Yeah.
Currently, from KJ, I'm done with my first year, and I'm interning as an account management intern at Gartner.
Yeah. So I think before going to my set of questions, I just want you to like little brief to the audience. What was your academics? Because हमारे दिमाग में बहुत सारे questions होते हैं कि अच्छा academics अच्छा कैसा होना चाहिए. So what was your academics when it comes to 10th, 12th and graduation?
So I did my 10th from this ICSE board school called Dr. Vireen Saroop. And ICSE back, like I'm not too old to say that, but even back then was not that easy. So my acad when it came to ICSE board was 75 to 80% के बीच में. It's been long. I'm not able to quote the exact percentile, but yeah. I did my 12th from a CBSE board school that is here in Faridabad. It's called Tagore, and I scored 87% there. So it was a good boost. Post that undergrad, maybe I scored around 7 GPA.
Okay. So
So I was
overall,
not an overall,
pilot
yeah,
good.
yeah. I was not an overall academic excellent, but yeah,
You
I think
started, when he entered to this conversation, I asked, you have experience. I mean, it's been, long, we take a lot of interviews and we can sense, the way person talk कि अच्छा ये fresher है, ये experience है, तो एक वो advantage भी रहता है. अब दूसरा question जो मेरे दिमाग में है, and I think बहुत सारे aspirants के दिमाग में होगा, वो question ये है कि I mean CMAT दे दिया है, they have their percentile, they have their all India rank. So what is the safe percentile or what is the safe rank जिस पे वो call expect कर सकते हैं और convert करने के chances उनके बढ़ जाते हैं when it comes to CMAT? Yeah.
so. KJ की CMAT की percentile is extremely competitive with its peer institutions like GIM. And it is, if you want to have a safe percentile, I'll suggest ki 97 percentile is a good mark. Anything 97 or plus we should get you an interview call from KJ.
Okay. And students जिनके let's say 94 है 95 है, अगर उनका प्रोफाइल अच्छा है तो chances are there or I mean chances are not there.
So KJ is pretty strict when it comes to being aligned with their cutoffs, right? As of this moment, there is no assurance कि कम percentile पे भी आपकी प्रोफाइल अच्छी तो हो जाएगा, but प्रोफाइल अच्छी होना always helps because अगर आपने just on the line भी है, आपने वो कट ऑफ क्लियर कर ली, but even though you're on the line, आपकी प्रोफाइल अच्छी है और आपका इंटरव्यू अगर अच्छा गया है, then you are able to go past a lot of students who might not have a great interview, and even though उनकी 90 99% आए.
Yeah.
So ये बहुत मैटर करता है.
या तो एक और क्वेश्चन है कि मेरे को कॉल आ गया केजे सुमैया से एंड नाउ आई हैव टू गो फॉर आई दे हैव जीडी और जस्ट पीआई और बोथ ऑफ देम राइट. But I feel like, for you the questions might be related to your work experience because so I think ये I mean, if I ask you this question कि किस तरह के questions पूछे जाते हैं तो I think you will be able to cater that kind of audience जो कहीं ना कहीं work experience के साथ apply कर रही हैं for KJ. तो process क्या रहता है कि मुझे call आ गया now what next?
So once you have a call, उसके बाद आता है the step of it's called case discussion, wherein the panel will be there and you will be given a case. You have to analyze the case in a certain period of time. और उसके बाद अपने inputs देने, answering certain questions that the panelists may have, right? Or certain things that what you have found out from the case or what you infer from the case. उससे आपको क्या चीजें लगती है, आपकी ideologies क्या है उस केस के बारे में, आपके हिसाब से उस केस में क्या और डेवलप हो सकता था, obviously depending on the case. The idea is उस राउंड में the panelist they try and judge कि आपका जो mindset है, that which direction it goes into. And are you able to answer the questions? Are you able to realize what the case is about? ये बहुत important है because इसके बाद आपका interview, personal interview आता है. This getting through case discussion is extremely important.
And what kind of questions student can prepare if they are like planning to give Somaiya interview?
So the first and foremost thing is be thorough with your very own profile. आपके academics, आपके extra curriculars, आपका work ex पे आपको बहुत सारे questions आएंगे. If you're a fresher, I'll suggest कि आप अपने interest पे बहुत focus करें. And what do you aim to do with MBA? Because when people ask like why MBA, that is actually the most easy seeming question, but at the same point of time, it is the toughest to answer because that is very subjective. There is no fixed answer to that. तो आपका जो रीजन है एमबीए का वो बहुत क्रिस्टल क्लियर होना चाहिए कि आपका फोकस क्या है. व्हाट डू यू वांट टू डू फॉर एम व्हाई डू यू वांट टू डू एमबीए एंड व्हाट डू यू वांट टू गेन फ्रॉम एन एमबीए. एंड द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज आपकी आइडियोलॉजीज क्या है व्हेन इट कम्स टू पोस्ट एमबीए. आपका आपको इंटरेस्ट जिस तरफ है आप उस डायरेक्शन में जाना चाहते हैं. आर यू प्लानिंग फॉर अ स्विच ऑफ करियर, राइट? फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, अ लॉट ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स आई नो हु आर फ्रॉम मार्केटिंग, उन्होंने एमबीए आके फिर एचआर में स्पेशलाइजेशन करी है बिकॉज वर्क के बाद उनको रियलाइज हुआ कि नहीं, शायद एमबीए उनके लिए, एमबीए में एचआर उनके लिए ज्यादा बेटर है, मार्केटिंग शायद उनकी फील्ड नहीं थी. सो एमबीए से बहुत हेल्प करता है. तो ये सारे क्वेश्चंस के आंसर होने चाहिए. इफ यू हैव वर्क एक्स देन आई सजेस्ट बी वेरी थरो विद व्हाटएवर यू डन. आप क्योंकि आपके पास वर्क एक्स होगा तो फिर क्वेश्चंस बहुत ज्यादा अलग तरीके के भी आते हैं. वो आपके एक्सपीरियंस से बात करेंगे, आपकी टीम मैनेजमेंट पे बात करेंगे, आपके प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट पे बात करेंगे, आपके टीम डेवलपमेंट इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स पे बात होगी. तो इन सारे एस्पेक्ट्स पे बात इनको प्रेप करना बहुत जरूरी है.
मेरा एक और क्वेश्चन है, आई थिंक मैंने स्किप कर दिया. जब हम केस डिस्कशन की बात कर रहे होते हैं तो जो स्टूडेंट्स, बिकॉज बहुत टाइम है नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि 2 महीने बाद कॉल्स आएंगे या 1 महीने बाद कॉल्स आएंगे. कॉलेजेस विल आल्सो इज आल्सो अबाउट टू स्टार्ट. तो आई मीन जो टाइम है उसमें किस तरह के टॉपिक्स पे वो केस डिस्कशंस के लिए प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं. एंड आई मीन इफ यू हैव एनी रेफरेंस तो आई मीन दैट इज आल्सो विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर देम. या
Primarily, I'll suggest cases with reference to certain social causes. That will help. Being very clear as to what is going on around you recently. आप क्योंकि सीमैट है या फिर और एग्जामिनेशन है, कहीं ना कहीं आप जीके का भी प्रेप करते ही हैं. तो अगर आपके जनरल नॉलेज में आपका यू हैव अ गुड हैंड तो फिर आपके लिए केस डिस्कशन आसान हो जाता है बिकॉज अकॉर्डिंगली आप उसके तरीके से आंसर ढूंढ लेते हैं. फॉर इंस्टेंस मेरा जो केस था, इफ आई रिमेम्बर करेक्ट, इट्स बिन ओवर अ ईयर नाउ, but if I remember correct, it was something regarding women empowerment and developing female mindset and encouraging them ever since the right age. So I traced back and I said कि school level से इस हमको काम करना जरूरी है because that is where a child starts to develop his or her interests and engagement. तो वहां पे अगर आप काम करेंगे देन इट इज नॉट टू लेट. इफ यू थिंक कि ओके अंडर ग्रेड या पोस्ट ग्रेड पे आके आप फोकस करेंगे देन इट्स ऑलरेडी टू लेट. मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल हैव फाउंड देयर वे टिल देन. बट स्कूल लेवल पे टारगेट करना इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट. Then we can have female lecturers, chief guests. There are a lot of females who have accomplished great things in our world. तो आप उनको गेस्ट लेक्चरर मिला सकते हैं. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ सजेशंस. एक सर्टन सोशल कॉज भी था उसमें, एक एम्पावरमेंट की भी बात थी. अपने आइडियाज देने बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. सो यू हैव टू बी क्विक ऑन योर थिंकिंग, यू हैव टू क्विक ऑन योर फीट कि आप इसमें कंट्रीब्यूट कैसे कर सकते हैं इस केस में. तो उस सेंस को डेवलप करना बहुत जरूरी है.
Okay. So Abhi, I think I'm done with the questions related to CMAT and the interview sessions. Now, it's been in a year, right? You're there at Somaiya. How was your journey? How was your experience, right? So, yeah.
My journey, thankfully, it has been brilliant. I feel blessed that I've got Somaya because first of all, to anyone who's going to see this, it had its own campus, and that's a big deal. It's a big campus. It's a proper university in the middle of Mumbai,
Hmm.
and you get to interact with all sorts of people. So, हमारे campus में it's not just that there is an institute of management. There's an engineering institute. There's an institute of polytechnic. There's arts and science. So you meet a plethora of people.
Hmm.
That's the biggest advantage. Then you've got your own hostels, you've got your own amenities. You don't have to, since Mumbai is not easy to live with, personally, I felt so because it's a rushed city and it's a rushed life. Being around in campus gives you that extra edge that you can focus on certain things like extracurricular activities, events, classes. So, वो really help करता है. And apart from that, the institution itself, the professors are amazing. There are a lot of learnings every day. प्रोजेक्ट्स पे बहुत फोकस है MBA is hectic everywhere, I'm sure, and just like that it's also in KJ, but that's the fun क्योंकि 2 साल you get to go back to your roots, you get to study, you get to interact with people, you get to network with your professors, the chief guests, your fellow peers who are sitting in your class. तो and everyone has its own path, तो diverse background से लोग आते हैं, multiple background से ideologies के साथ, अपने mindsets के साथ, अपने learnings के साथ, they share, so there are a lot of learnings involved as well.
So I also have this question कि I think जो बच्चा सुमाया देख रहा है उसकी रस्म हो सकता है IFMR हो या जिम हो या फिर there can be a number of college. You mentioned that Mumbai काफी रश है, but I've seen वो कहीं ना कहीं एक advantage भी है because I've seen
True.
people who live in Mumbai, they're more active, मतलब because
Hmm.
this day starts very early and till तो एक वो एडवांटेज भी बट ऑन दिस अदर हैंड अगर हम समया की बात करें तो सीट इनटेक काफी ज्यादा है. जैसे मैं अभी रिसेंटली एक स्टूडेंट का इंटरव्यू दे रही थी, ही वाज फ्रॉम आईएफएमआर, ही वाज नॉट एबल टू कन्वर्ट समया बट अ कॉलेज इन मुंबई, राइट? तो वहां पे 180 सीट्स हैं, यहाँ पे ऑलमोस्ट यू वाज आल्सो मेंशनिंग 700-800 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, नियर अबाउट बैच साइज ये है. तो इसका कंपटीशन लेवल एट द टाइम ऑफ प्लेसमेंट्स आपकी क्लास में तो क्या इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ता है?
See, obviously अगर the number of people अगर ज्यादा हैं तो competition भी ज्यादा होएगा ही.
हम्म.
And thankfully KJ's placement committee has done great job in getting organizations and reputed organizations to our college, and that essentially enables us to have an equal opportunity for almost everything. And they have a placement season that starts in September. And speaking of the summer internship, अगर मैं इसकी बात करूं, because I'm just done with my first year and I'm interning, so I got placed somewhere around October if I'm not wrong. अर्ली अक्टूबर तक हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस आनी शुरू हो गई थी, सितंबर से ही हो गई थी फॉर दैट मैटर. एंड द कंपटीशन दो टफ has been extremely healthy, and kyunki the placement committee keeps on working to get more and more organizations to ensure कि every student has an opportunity. ऐसा नहीं होता कि we have a limited number of organizations and everyone has to go with that. KJ ensures that almost all of its people, if not all, gets placed. And only the people who maybe not want to get summer placements or have gotten from outside because they have a certain preference of organization, ठीक है, वो अलग से ले लेते हैं. Otherwise, everyone placement committee works tremendously to get them done.
And what do you feel? The advantage of location, the college being in Mumbai, center of the city. Iska kya advantage would you feel?
So I'll get back to the statement that I said ki it is rushed, but if you're able to rush with it, there is nothing better than Mumbai because the heart of the financial capital of India, right? And you are there surrounded by organizations of all sorts, marketing, finance, HR, like you name the company and it's there in Mumbai. So that gives us a competitive edge because a lot of the times there are institutions which are located outside the city, and unless they are like ions and stuff, it's hard for them to get companies to come to their campus and get people on board. So उसलिए उसकी वजह से हम लोग को बहुत मेजर एडवांटेज मिल जाता है बीइंग इन मुंबई बिकॉज हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का या तो हेडक्वार्टर्स वहां पे और इज देयर अ मेजर ऑफिस देयर. So
Also,
getting companies on the campus is very nice.
So I think, Pranjal, I'm done with my questions. So one last question, and I mean, whatever suggestions you want to give to all those aspirants who are aiming for Somaiya or even other colleges, through CMAT 2023.
The one thing that I would like to leave them with is key just work on your interpersonal skills and developing your interviewing skills, because it's my own experience. Getting a cutoff is just half the work done,
Hmm.
and most of the people are able to get the cutoff done because it's essentially preparing for it, right? But when you're talking to someone in real time, that is where the real trick lies.
Hmm.
It's very easy to get in comparison. That's what I have felt, because preparing for an interview मुझे ज़्यादा prep करना पड़ा था in comparison to getting the exam and clearing the exam. So even though cutoff मान लीजिए जिस जैट की कट ऑफ 75 परसेंटाइल है या सी मैट की 97 है, आप जस्ट 97 पे हैं, आपको कॉल आ गया है, बट डोंट फील कि जस्ट बिकॉज आप जस्ट क्लियरिंग द कट ऑफ है, जस्ट राइट ऑन द मार्क है, आपके चांसेस कम है, बिकॉज इफ यू गिव अ ग्रेट इंटरव्यू you will be right there in the top list. That's for sure, short thing. आपके interpersonal skills, आपके interviewing skills बहुत matter करते हैं. How you respond to people, because even the institution is trying to find a person who can enhance their image when that person goes out in the professional world.
Hmm.
That is what they're looking for. So I'll suggest कि आप इस पे बहुत focus करें for all the aspirants, and this will really turn some heads for you.
So thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot, Archie. It was a pleasure speaking with you. And I hope that I was able to contribute something well to all the aspirants there and everyone who's in touch with you.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you liked this video. For more such videos, keep watching our channel.
And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.